Alright, Brody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Hope everybody's okay and keeping well and staying safe and keeping amused with all this lovely sunshine we've been having. Enjoying the garden. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. So, as usual, let's leave a minute for everybody to join. But if you can just give me a thumbs up or a little heart just to let me know that you're there, yeah, then we'll get started. Let's see, can't see any comments yet. Last time I had to write a comment in order to see them. Oh, you're bouncing. So let me see if I have to do that. There we go. Hi, Terry. There we go. Now I can see people. That's better. That's much better. Okay. Cool. Well, tonight I thought I would do a pattern that's been on my list, so kind of using you guys as an excuse to get through my mental quilt list, which is kind of fun. So last week I got my stash used up, which is being quilted at the moment. So hopefully the binding will go on that quilt and it'll be finished tomorrow. Oh, hi Sharon. So tonight what I wanted to do is this tulip block. So I've been wanting to do this for about a year, and I've got all the tulips coming up in the garden at the moment, which are gorgeous. But I don't know, I just love tulips. And this is a little bit of a mix-up from the pattern. And if you saw, oh hi Sarah. Yes, perfect for scraps, definitely. I put a link to the actual pattern. It's a completely free pattern from Cloud9 Fabrics, and it gives you all the instructions there, but I thought I would give you a video of how to actually make the block. Oh, hi Tony. Oh, not been on for the last couple. Oh, no. Hope you've been okay, Tony. Hope you've been good. Hope you've been okay. So as long as you're good and you're with us, that's fine. That's fine. Hi Diana. So luckily, if you were here last week, part of the block you have learned last week, because it's half square triangles done exactly the way we did last week. So let me start with all the pieces that you need, and I've done exactly the same colorway for the demo. So the dimensions are in the instructions as well, but you will need two 4.5-inch squares of fabric for the top of your tulip, two 2.5-inch squares of background for the top of your tulip. And the fabrics I'm using, I really liked these. These are the ones that I've got in the shop. They're Moda Painted Meadow. So I thought they went really well together. So this is Painted Meadow. This is Mako Alinea in a cream. It says white in the instructions, I think. But I kind of wanted to do something a bit different, because I always do white as a background, and I just wanted to tone it down a little bit with that. Oh, hi Amanda. Oh, hi everybody. Everybody's there now. Hi Dawn. Hi Elizabeth. Hi Barbara. How are you girls? Hope everybody's okay. So yeah, so that's the top of the tulip. I'll get to the markings in a minute. The bottom of the tulip is a rectangle, which is 8.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And then two squares of your background, which are 2 inches square. And then for your leaves, which are going to be half square triangles, it is 2 of each of background, 2 of background and 2 of your leaf colour, 5-inch squares. Now these, I have marked one of them. I've marked it on the background just like we did last week. So using, where is it? My 1/2-inch ruler, I've just laid it down and marked it on either side, and I'll tell you for why. Because on the top part of the tulip we're going to mark a line, and we're going to sew directly on the mark line. Now in the instructions it tells you for the leaves, for the half square triangle, to do your line in the middle and sew 1/4 inch on either side. I find that really confusing when you do one thing for one part of the block and a different thing for the other. If I get in the zone, I'm just going to start sewing on the line. So that's why I do mine. So you'll be sewing on the line, on the marked line, for all of your pieces the way I'm showing you. Right, says that. Oh, Hi Geraldine, just back from work. Oh, what are you making? Well, I've put a link on my Facebook page to the actual pattern. So I'm just going to demo. This is the block. It's a tulip block. And there's a pattern for the actual quilt. There's a link to it as well you can find with all the dimensions and reiteration of what I'll be telling you tonight. Oh, hi Pam. So that's the bottom part. I'm going to start with the very top. Like I said, it is 2 squares, 4.5 inch squares, 2.5 inch squares. Now down the middle of your background squares you need to mark a line. I've done that for both of them using my handy dandy ruler. And then for these, if you've got non-directional fabric, it doesn't matter which corner you put them in. So what you're going to do is right sides together. You're going to line up your square on top of your big square. So your little square on top of your big square. So I've just lined this up, matching up this corner right here, making sure my lines are all aligned. So I'm going to line it up like that. I might pin this actually so that it doesn't flap about while I'm moving. I don't usually pin, but for this one I will. So yeah, so that's pinned just like that, and then I'm going to sew directly on top of that line. So I'm going to move you around. Oh, hi Shirley. Oh, loving this because I can sit back and watch as I make. Oh, you made a tulip quilt last month. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So there. You can see. Right, I've got my 1/4 inch foot on at the moment, which I will need later. I'm going to take that off for now and put what I call my flat foot, which is just your straight stitching foot. You could use your 1/4 inch foot as well. I just find it easier to do it this way. So I'm just going to sew along that line. Oh, hi Jackie. Oh no, I didn't know that the comments cover up your demo. Ah, okay. So let me see. Now how do I get rid of them? That's a good point. Oh, technology, man. This is where I need Kaylee. Let's see. How about if I bring you down a little bit so it's there we go. So the comments are under because it doesn't go higher than that. There. Okay. Now we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, hi Kath. Hi Elaine. Oh, you can choose them not to home. Oh, okay. So what Elaine is saying is when you're watching a video, you can, maybe an option to choose not to see the comments. Yeah, okay. I'm not super technology-fied. My mum would know. My mum knows better than I do. So, oh, Elaine says, little white arrow on the left. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, perfect. Let me know if that will work for you, and then I'll put it back to where it was. If not, I'll just leave it as it is for now. So I'm just going to sew directly on that line, following my threads. Right, so that's going to be my left-hand side because the way I position that square. Now, because I've got non-directional fabric, for my second one, it doesn't matter which corner I put it in. But if you had directional fabric, you would want to make sure that you had one square that went like that, and then one square that went like that with the fabric going the correct way. So I'm just going to chain stitch that directly over. There. So that's the top part of my tulip partly done. So then you end up with two squares that's all sewn together along that sew line. Take this off, trim that, and then you're going to want to trim off this corner to about 1/4 inch, so you've got that 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can do it with a ruler and a rotary cutter if you want it really perfect, but if you've been quilting long enough, you can eyeball it. There we go, so just like that. And then going to make sure I use, missing, will it disappear in seconds? Oh, okay, so people are still having trouble with the comments. Oh, okay, cool, gotcha. Okay, perfect. So it looks like that's sorted. So let me put you back if that works, so you can see a bit more. Okay, cool. Oh, hi Karen. So I don't have my iron here at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press that seam, roller press that seam to one side. Now, in order to make it nest, you can actually do it in opposite directions, and then that top point of that V will nest nicely. There we go. Oops. There we go. So then that's how my tulip looks, and then you just sew those two straight down the middle. So I'm going to join those two along this edge. So my seams are nesting because I pressed them on opposite sides. I'm just going to pin this for now because I'm going to need my 1/4 inch foot to do that. So I'm just going to pin along the edge that I need to sew. I'm going to put that aside for now, because the next bit I want to do is my bottom of my tulip. Now for the bottom of your tulip, again, if you've got a directional fabric, which this isn't, just make sure that you've got it the way that you want. Oh, hi Trudy. And then you're going to put your squares on either corner at the bottom, so like that, and we're going to sew across. So I'm going to pin that. And then match this corner up. You just want to make sure that your lines are going in opposite ways, so it kind of looks like you're going to end up with the bottom of a boat or something. You can see those lines, just like that. I'm just going to sew across both of those. Out. Now, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before, just going to trim that corner off. So I've got 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I'm going to repeat that for this side. I can't remember who said, but this is definitely perfect for scraps, because you can do the tulip top all one colour if you wanted to. The pattern does do it in 2 colours. I quite like it that way, but you just need a rectangle, 4.5 by 8.5, 2 4.5 inch squares, and then 2 5 inch squares for your leaves. So long as you've got scraps in the colours that you want, and they don't have to be green leaves, you can do whatever colour you want. Right, so that's the bottom of my tulip. Just going to press that out. There, and that's what it ends up looking like. So I'm going to put that aside for now. And then my leaves, we're going to do exactly like we did last week. So I've got my lines marked on my background fabric, and I'm just lining that square up on top, directly on top of the green, with right sides together. And I'm just going to sew directly on the line. I find it's really easy to chain stitch these, so I'm just going to chain stitch both of those. Line that up. Oh, I didn't do my lines yet. So let me do that. So I've got my multi-mat, which I love because it's got the sandpaper in it, which is perfect for marking fabric. Oh, run out of space. Pencil. I love the 1/2 inch rulers for these, for doing this. So I've just lined up my 1/2 inch ruler. There's a line straight down the middle that I've lined up with each corner on either end, so that I know that it's directly down the middle, and then I'm just drawing a line on either side of it, and then you get your sew lines. Like I said in the instructions, I think it tells you to do a line straight down the middle and then sew 1/4 inch on either side of it, but I know I would get confused and sew down that line because it tells you to sew down the middle of all the other lines. Oh, hi Larry. Oh, hi. Oh, I like the bee fabric. Oh, hi Fiona. Oh, I'm missing everybody. Hi Sue. Oh, oh, hi Elaine. Will you make a complete quilt of this? I might. You know what I was thinking, and I will show you. What I was really thinking would be a really good idea for this pattern is a table runner. So it does, the pattern, the quilt pattern calls for 12 tulips. So it's 3 rows of 4 because they are quite big. I mean, I measured them. Each block is what, 16 inches by 8.5, so 15.5 by 8 finished. So you could do a table runner. I was thinking 2 tulips, so 6 on either side, so a row of 6 and then another row of 6, either facing each other or growing out from each other, basically. So I don't know. I'll see when I've made the blocks what I'm tempted to do. But I thought it'd be a good Easter project. Something springy. Oh, so I've just flipped that around and now I'm sewing down the opposite side to get the other line. Snip those apart, get the dog ears, and then for these it's literally just cut straight down the middle, just like that, and then you've got 2 half square triangles. There we go. There we go. Right, so that is all my stitching that I need to do. Oh, make sure I haven't missed anybody. Hi Amanda. My straight foot, I'm going to change to my 1/4 inch foot now. Right, I'm going to put my leaves aside for now. So the first thing, that's my finished one. First bit I need to sew is my tulip top. So straight down that middle. So did everybody go away and clean their machines after last week? After you saw the fluff that came out of mine? This is my big girl, not my little brother. This is the one I did earlier in the week. I cleaned it earlier last week. So she should still be fine. There we go. So that's the top of your tulip. And then we add the base of the tulip to the top of the tulip, just like that. Very straightforward seam down the middle. Nothing tricky. That's my tulip top part done. There we go. Oh, talking of tulips, it's still British tulip season, so make sure if you're able to, go out and buy some British grown tulips, because they are the best. I know Amsterdam, I know Holland is, you know, claims the thing on tulips, but I don't think you can beat our British growers for tulips. They do so well. So that's the tulip top. Okay, now for the leaves. Let me just make sure these get pressed out a little bit. You need to make sure that you have two sets of leaves going in opposite directions from each other. And I'll show you what I mean. Oh, make sure. Oh, hi Shirley. No, 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 no. Okay. Hopefully everybody's still there, because we had that thing. I haven't had it for weeks. I didn't do my thing at the beginning saying you need to refresh if I go away. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Everybody's still there. Oh, found some pipe cleaners. Oh yes, the things we keep. Pipe cleaners are really good. I actually bought some pipe cleaners specifically to clean out my long arm machine, because it's so nice. You can bend them and to get into the nooks and crannies. Yeah. I have to admit, I'm one of those people, I don't like to throw things out, because you never know when it's going to be useful, but it is hard. You do end up with way too much stuff. Right. Oh, hi, Joan. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, hi. Happy Easter. Yeah. Right. So, leaves. You can see you need one set going that direction and one set going that direction. So you're going to need one. Yeah. It's going to be opposite for you guys, but it will still work. One set that looks like that. So hold it like that, and then I'm just going to fold it over, and I'm going to pin immediately that sew line, because I know that's a line I need to sew on. So that's going that way, and then I need a set which are going this way, like that. So it's opposite, and I'll pin that directly along there. One set. Make sure I haven't not missing any comments. Don't think so. Sorry, I made you guys bounce. Extra dog ear on that one, or on that one. Oh, my dog ears, cough. Cut those off. There, so then you end up with one set of leaves which go that way, and one set of leaves which go that way. And then the stalk, which I forgot to tell you earlier, it's hiding under here. 8 inches by 1 inch. Length of stalk, and that just gets sewn on directly in between these two. I did it again. Okay, I did this earlier. I skipped a step. Okay, I'm going to unpick these. So don't do this. This is a fair warning. It's the second time I've done it. I completely forgot. So when you do your half square triangles, after you've sewn them, you have to trim them down to 4.5 inches. Otherwise, they're going to be too big. Which is what I did earlier. I'm like, this stem isn't long enough. So I just cut a longer stem and then sew them all together. And then when I come to put the flower on top, it was way too small for the leaves. So then I actually reread the instructions. I'm like, I missed a step, which I have to admit, I don't like it when they tell you this, to trim it down, because it's like, why don't you just tell me the correct size to begin with so I don't have to trim it down? But anyway, that's me. So it's quality time with Jack. Let me show you. Quality time with Jack. We know that well, don't we? Yeah. So here we are. At least I've got a good one. It's my favourite one of all the ones I've got. So at least there's that. Come on. There we go. There, that's one and done. Oh, I did that one already. Okay, so now I have to trim those to 4.5 inches. Hi Jennifer, hi Debbie. So my ruler, it doesn't have the 45-degree angle coming straight from the corner, which is not very handy. You can still use it, you can still measure 4.25, but make sure you have that diagonal going down the 45-degree angle so that it's straight down the middle. So I'd have to move it. If I used it this way, I'd have to move it, basically. Which I'm not going to do. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that. So if I was to use my 45-degree angle on this ruler, I'd have to cut one side and then flip it around and cut the other one, which I don't like doing. So I'm just going to measure measure it like that. So it's 4.25 on one side, 4.25, and then cut both sides at the same time. But if you're more comfortable doing just one side at a time, definitely do that, because you won't want to cut, sew, and then cut again only for it to be wrong, so you'd have to recut everything and sew everything. So yeah, which is another reason why I'm not a big fan of the trimming down. Oh, see that later. Oh, hi Susan. Hi Jenny. So, sorry, you've come to a boring bit in the demonstration. Let's see. There we go. Oh, and this is not accurate and correct cutting technique. Please don't do this at home. we go. So there's one. Only 3 more to go. Sorry, my brain isn't working very well. There we go, that's better. Is that right? Why am I struggling? That's why. That's why. My brain was not working right. Okay, I'll show you. Show you why that wasn't working. Okay, so in order to cut it, you need to make sure, if you do it the way that I'm doing it, which is cutting both sides at once, you need to make sure your diagonal is going in this direction. What I was trying to do was cut it with the diagonal going that way, and I was thinking, but if I cut it like that, the diagonal isn't going to be in the corner. That's not right. So thankfully my brain was in gear enough to know that that doesn't look right. Oh, hi Margaret. But oh, and hi Diane. I'm gonna try this good. Just not the cutting part, not the, yeah, I'm not doing that part. So when you're cutting it, make sure that your diagonal still ends up in the corner, in the very corner basically. Another reason I'm not a big fan of this trimming down is it's additional faff that I don't need in my life. I don't think anybody needs additional faff in their life, do they really? Especially now. Yay, all done, all done. For you. Okay, so let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, I'll put you down there. So again, we need one going that way. So how many people are taking bets right now that Emma's going to sew 2 going exactly the same way instead of opposites? Because I'd take that bet. I don't know at this point. Could go either way. Let's see. So that's going that way. So then I need one going that way. Wait. See, I told you. Could go either way. That way. There we go. Okay, I think that's right. We shall see. Living on the edge. Or as Dawn would say, winging it. Wing it. I'll just wing it. Okay, moment of truth. did it right. Won't go an inch way. All right, now we can put the stalk on and it will fit. Way hey, see? So, stalk, stalk, stalk. Stalk on one side, just like that. Now we just sew, oh sneeze, oh it's gone away, this to this side. So I'm just sewing that bit, the leaf, to that side of the stalk. Go. Oh, got a bit extra thread. So there we go. And what I did, because you see that there's not much room for seam allowance in there, but I did actually fold over that seam allowance, and I will give it a good proper press later on, but I did actually fold that stalk seam allowance in on itself, basically, because that's kind of the way it wants to go anyway. So don't fight it. Right, now just got to put my tulip top and bottom together along that seam, and job done. Come along, come along. Come on, machine. Be nice. There we go. Just needed a bit of coaxing. And trim, et voila, there it is, just like that, all done. Just needs a good press, good proper press, they both do, and there they are. So what I might do actually is I might switch up my blue and my coral, do some tulips. This is the opposite colorway, so my blue's on the top and my coral's on the bottom. But yeah, that's how it's done. Just like that. And the pattern is, oh, so many comments I've been missing. Where have I been? Oh, hi Karen, definitely gonna have a go. Looks lovely so far. Yes, and like I said, the pattern, the PDF, or the link to the PDF is on the Facebook page, so you'll find all the instructions. And then to put it together into a quilt, it's just a matter of adding 1.5, well, you cut 1.5 inch strips for your sashing, so that it ends up 1 inch wide sashing in between of your background. But yeah, I really like that. I really like that. Oh, hi Jeanette. Hi Shirley. Oh, been there, done that with this block. Okay, with the trimming. Okay, it's not just me then. I hate that part. I hate that when they tell you to make a block a certain size and then trim it down. Anyway, that's me. I don't like faff. Hi Sue. Oh, hi Tate, it's on my to-dos. Oh, good. Yeah, it's really nice. And they use some really pretty fabrics in their pattern as well. But I really do like this motor. Just seems to work. but scrappy would be nice. All kinds of pastels would be nice, or brights. I have to admit, as far as tulips go, I am partial to the old-fashioned Darwin hybrids. Well, that's ones we got in the garden, the red and the nice big red and yellow ones and orange. But yeah. Oh, hi Kathleen. Looks like I'm going to give it a try. Perfect. Yay. Oh, sorry, my machine. I thought it was lights in the window, but it's my long arm. I left it on because I'm still quilting my quilt from last week. Yes, please do. It's so simple. I mean, look how quickly it went together when you did it the right way the first time, rather than my way, which is unpicking. But yeah. And they're quite big blocks, like I said. What did I say? So about 15.5 by 8 inches finished. So that'd be the finished size. So look how big that is. And so yeah, it's 12 blocks to make sort of a lap size quilt. But yeah, that'll go together really quickly. Oh, hi Margaret. I'm not the only one who talks to the machine. No. This one actually gets said nice things to it, generally coaxing. My other machines, like the cover stitch, I was using my cover stitch machine yesterday. Yeah, some not very nice words were said to it. And my long arm machine, it also gets said some not very nice words to it sometimes. The machine, not necessarily the machine itself, the mechanism. But yeah. Oh, there's a bit like my gut. Oh, but it's all there. How'd you know? Oh, it looks lovely. Too much to do at the moment. I completely understand. It was taking me a year to get this done, and so you guys have been the catalyst. So we'll see what projects on my to-do list I'll get to do next Saturday. Why do I always say Saturday? Friday nights. So yeah, so I'll continue with that, and yeah, I quite like that. I might have to get, I don't have any bee quilting patterns. I might have to get a bee quilting pattern for that one. Anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed that and inspired. Go do check out the pattern, which is there. And yeah, have a good weekend. Have a good Easter. Stay safe and enjoy. And yeah, I had my grape juice hidden. This is the first one of the day. So, cheers. And oh, will you be getting some 45 mils rotary blades in? I thought almost said you said roller blades. I'm like, how do you know I got roller blades? Yes, there are. I do have 45 mil rotary cutter blades. They are the Quilted Bear ones. And I do have it on good authority that they work in the Fiskars cutters as well. They're a little bit cheaper than the Fiskars ones. You don't have to, they're just as good. You don't have to pay for the Fiskars name, basically. So they're really good titanium blades. So yeah. Oh, Tilda B pattern. Oh yes. Not as in quilt block, as in quilting, like quilting pattern. I need to get one of those. But yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, Shirley. You could add, because there are patterns for bee blocks. Why not add a bee block in with your quilt somehow? I might have to do that. You inspired me. Anyway, I must go. Everybody take care. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. So happy Easter, and bye.